hello, 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 hello. Today we are going to be making brown butter chocolate chip cookies. And let me start by saying these cookies are absolutely to die for. So, if there was a recipe I would be telling you to make out of all of mine, it's probably this one. Let's get started. First, you're going to need 1 cup of unsalted butter, 1 cup of brown, dark, or light sugar, 2/3 of a cup of white sugar, 2 eggs, but I want you to get them up to room temperature before you put them in the mix, 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, all-purpose flour. We're going to need 2 3/4 of a cup, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 a teaspoon of salt, and about 10 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. That's everything you need. Let's get started. First, we're going to brown the butter. It's easy. Let me show you. Place the butter in a medium-sized saucepan or pot, preferably a light-colored one. This will make it easier for you to tell once your butter has browned. And melt the butter over low to medium heat. Once melted, increase the stovetop heat to just above medium heat. Swirl and scrape the sides of the pans constantly with a wooden spoon or a heat-proof spatula. The butter will start to foam and pop, crackle even. Once this noise slows, you should notice brown bits beginning to form on the bottom. Once you notice browning and you smell that beautiful nutty aroma, cool at room temperature until it's no longer warm to the touch before proceeding with the rest of the recipe. You can stick it in the fridge or the freezer for a little bit, but make sure you keep an eye on it if you do. In a separate medium-sized bowl, whisk together 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Next, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Followed by 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. 2 3/4 cup of flour. Whisking this all together so it's well blended. Once your butter has cooled, we're going to add the sugars and stir well. 1 cup of brown sugar, and 2/3 cup of white sugar. And 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. Next, we're going to add 2 eggs. And stir until the dough is uniform. Next, we're gradually going to add the flour mixture to the butter mixture, stirring all the ingredients until combined. Here's where I will start to use my hands and really play with the dough and get it mixed really well. After you feel you have it mixed and stirred well, add the chocolate chips. Once you're done adding your chocolate chips, we're going to cover the cookie dough bowl and chill in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes, or you can even chill it overnight if you want. You can begin to get your cookies ready, taking a cooking sheet pan and spraying it down with butter or oil, whatever you prefer. You're going to want to scoop about 2 tablespoon portion size and gently roll the dough in your palms so that you have a nice little round ball. I'm going for about a golf ball size here. Then place the cookies at least 2 inches apart on the cookie sheet, a little farther apart if you want, but at least 2 inches. I'm even going to make some that are a little bit smaller to fit in the middle here. Once we have all of our cookies made on our sheet pan, we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Once the oven is ready, we're going to bake our cookies and put them in for about 10 to 15 minutes, or until the edges are just beginning to turn golden brown. Cookies should still be quite soft when you remove them from the oven and may even appear slightly underbaked in the center. Now that our cookies look done, let's let them cool for a minute, and you can sprinkle them lightly with a flaky sea salt if you want to give them a little bit of extra flavor. These cookies look so good. They turned out amazing. Brown butter is really a secret weapon in cooking. Look at these chocolate chip cookies. They turned out absolutely amazing. Look how amazing that turned out. Brown butter is just so magical. I hope you enjoy.